Here in this chapter, we will see uh, what is the utility of diode for the competitive examinations. First of all, we will look at the some theoretical background, what is the important, and only we will take care about the theoretical background, which is very important, and then after we will go for the some numerical questions. This is the some basics. What is the some basics? How PN diode works? What is the forward bias? What is the reverse bias? If you look at the forward biasing, if we positive terminal of the battery is connected to the P type and negative terminal of the battery is connected with the N type, then current flow from this direction and here uh, formation of electron hole here takes place and the current flow through from P to N side like that. But if you look at the reverse biasing, just it is opposite to forward biasing here in place of the battery, N type of the battery is connected with the P terminal and P type of the battery is connected and positive type of a battery is connected with the N terminal. What is the mechanism? The mechanism is that if we connect either the negative terminal with the P type, then electron attracts and it's comes towards the, it attracts and comes towards the left side. And in the case here, if you look at the N type and connected with the positive type, here we see that the negative charge attracts toward the positive charge, and then here in the case depletion layer creates. Due to depletion layer, the width of the region is enhanced, and in this area there is a very minor amount of electron hole pair combinations, and if it is a depletions in the region, then no possibility of flowing the electric current. So it is just like a open circuit. If you, what is the knee voltage? What is the knee voltage for the germanium and silicons? If you look at the silicon diode, the knee potential is around 0.7 voltage, and for germanium, it is around 0.3 voltage. This is the some basic concepts. If you look at the diode current is defined as the I is equal to I0 into e to the power V by N eta V t minus 1, where it is a non-linear equation. It is exponential decaying. Sorry, it is exponential increasing functions, and for the germanium, eta value is 1, and for silica, its value is 2. What is knee voltage? It is the forward voltage at which a diode starts conducting. This is the knee voltage, and breakdown voltage, it is the reverse voltage at which PN junction breaks down with the sudden rise in reverse voltage. So we have to take care of what is the knee voltage and what is the breakdown voltage of these concepts, and what is peak inverse voltage? It is a maximum reverse voltage that can be applied to the PN junction without causing damage to the junction. How much maximum voltage you can apply without damaging of the circuits? So it is defined as the peak inverse voltage. Then after we will go efficiency. There are basically three kinds of rectifier is in there. What is the principle of a rectifier? Basically converts the signals from this is yes signal from DC signal to AC signals. Rectifier converts here. Yes, this is a half wave rectifier. In the half wave rectifier, if you look at the circuits, only one diode is used, and this is the, if we apply here the positive terminals, then it conducts, but if we apply the negative terminal, then we find that diode is not conducting. So in the case, it is not too much useful for the applications. Then after we can go the we can also find out the what is the power. In the case efficiency of the half wave rectifier is a minimum around 40.6%, and but if you supply, if you suppose 100 volt, we will get only 40%. It is not useful. So we go for the full wave rectifier. There are two kinds of full wave rectifier. First one is the center tap full wave rectifier, and second one is the bridge rectifier. In center tap rectifiers, one transformer is used and two diodes is used. Here transformers, basically half of the transformers is used for the diode one, and half of the transformer is used by the diode second two. If we apply the positive terminals, then in the case this is the positive terminal, then output voltage we will get. If you again apply the negative, again this will we will get the, in both cases we will get the output voltage in both cases. What is disadvantage? The disadvantage is that it contains a transformer, contains the transformers, and its peak inverse voltage is high, around 2. And what is the full wave rectifier? The full wave rectifiers is that it contains 4 diodes. If we apply the positive terminals, we will get the output. If we apply the negative terminal, we will also get that output. But the disadvantage of this bridge wave rectifier is that it contains 4 rectifiers. Due to 4 rectifiers, it contains it consumes more energy. So it is also some disadvantages. And the great thing is that the peak inverse voltage of the full wave rectifier is one of the half of the center tap rectifiers. If we find out the efficiency of the full wave rectifier, its efficiency is around 81.2%. What is the ripple factor? The ripple factor is the undesired quantity. If we measure the output voltage of a rectifier, we see that it contains the both AC and DC signals, and due to containing the AC signals, the output voltage is fluctuating, so, and it is undesired. If we increase the AC signals, then then undesired, then fluctuations is more, and so it is a good thing that we have to minimize the AC signals into the circuits. So we have to minimize the AC currents. What is the ripple factor? Ripple factor of the is for half wave rectifier is 1.21, and for a full wave and center tap transformer is 0.48%. This is a very important tables. If you look at the important tables, then what the comparison between the half wave, full wave, and center tap. A number of diodes in the half wave rectifier 1 and center tap 2, bridge rectifier 2. DC current is equal to in the DC current is equal to Im by pi, and both cases it is same, and the output voltage is equal to Vm by pi. But here in the cases, if you look at the output voltage is double to half wave rectifier. RMS current, if you look at the in the half wave rectifier, Im by 2, but in the center tap and bridge wave rectifier, Im by root 2. Efficiency of the half wave rectifier is 40.6%, but in case of center tap and bridge wave rectifiers, it is 81.2%. The peak inverse voltage is a half compared to center tap transformer. In case of half wave rectifier and bridge wave rectifiers, the ripple factor is 1.21, which is a higher compared to center tap and bridge wave rectifier. So it is very important. This one we have to take care. And then after, what is the Zener diode? The Zener diode is basically also very important. Basically, Zener diode is used for the voltage regulator, and it is used in the reverse biasing. And in the Zener diode, one diode is used, and in the parallel of one load resistance is used, and here resistance is used in the series. Uh, the it is used in the reverse biasing. Now let us go the objective questions which have to carry. Uh, we have to carry a crystal diode has what is the crystal diode is one PN junctions. One PN junctions is there is the right option because crystal diode has only one PN junction. A crystal diode has forward resistance of the order of the resistance value is the very low. Resistance value is the very low. So if you look at the options, only ohm is there. So here correct option is the only ohm. Option is 2. If the arrow of a crystal diode symbol is positive with respect to bar, then diode is dash bias. Then diode is in the forward bias because in the if you look at the diode conditions here, one just symbol is there, positive terminal is there. It is very difficult. We can see if you see the diodes in the real life. We also see easily understand if we just see the basic knowledge. The reverse current in the order of the reverse current, we always that it is a very low and its value is the microampere. So here in the correct, if you look at the all the options here, microampere is there. The forward bias drop across the silicon diode is around 0. The forward bias, what is the forward bias diode is the 0.7 volt, and for germanium its value is 0.3 volts. A crystal diode is used as a rectifier. It is used as a rectifier. Second one, a DC resistance of a crystal diode dash is the AC resistance. If you look at the comparison, the DC resistance is the less than the AC AC resistance. An ideal crystal diode is one which behaves as a perfect forward bias. An ideal crystal diode which behaves it's a perfect conductor when it is a perfect conductor during the forward biasing. The ratio of reverse resistance and forward resistance of a germanium crystal diode is around. So this is the for these questions we have to remember. These questions we have to read. These critical questions. The ratio of reverse resistance and forward resistance for germanium for 40,000 divided by 1. The leakage current in the diode is due to the leakage current is due to the minority currents, and for the majority currents, due to majority currents, current flow into the circuits. What is the leakage current? Is basically how leakage current. If you see all the PN junctions, forward biasing and reverse biasing, you can very easily we can understand what the majority currents and what the minority current. If the diode of the crystal diode increases, then leakage current is increases. If the temperature of crystal diode increases, then leakage current also what will be? It will be also increases. The peak inverse voltage of a crystal diode is that of the equivalent vacuum diode is lower than the crystal diode is lower than the vacuum diode. I'm sorry. If the diode level of crystal diode increase, the breakdown voltage will be here. Here will be decreased. If the doping of crystal diode increase, the breakdown voltage will be what will be here will be decreased. The neap voltage of crystal diode is approximately equal to here will be neap voltage and barrier potential both are same. So we can go to barrier potential. What is the neap voltage of the germanium? Yes, neap voltage germanium 0.3, and for silica 0.7, and for gallium arsenide its value is the 1.1 electron volts. When the graph between the current through and the voltage across the device is straight line, the device is what is the straight line? Then we can say Ohm's law. It is the linear. When the crystal current diode is large, its biasing is the forward biasing. Its biasing is the forward biasing. Yes. Crystal diode is a dash device. A crystal diode is the non-linear. If you look at the current, just in the beginning, I told you that I is equal to I0 into e to the power minus eta bkt minus 1. It is a exponential equations. So we have to take a crystal diode utilizes dash characteristic for rectifications. Here will be forward biases and will be rectifications. Yes. When a crystal diode is used as a rectifier, the most important consideration is the PIC rating. Yes, PIC rating, peak inverse rating is the very important. If the doping level in crystal is increased, the width of the width will be also increased. The doping level is the a very essential consideration. What will be Zener diode has Zener 1 PN junctions. If you look at the diode configurations, one PN it contains one PN junctions, and in the parallel it contains load resistance, and in the supply resistance is connected in this area. Zener diode is used as it is very important because since it will be used as a voltage regulator, so we have to take care. The doping level in a Zener diode is dash that of the crystal diode is same as, so more than. We'll see that the doping level of the Zener diode is more in case of the normal diode. The Zener diode is always dash. I told you what it is a reverse biasing. If you look at the reverse biasing, the Zener diode utilizes dash characteristic for its operations. Then we can say that reverse breakdown region. The Zener diode behaves like a source. Here we can say constant voltage. Always, this is a very important questions we have to take care. Constant, it works as a constant. A Zener diode is destroyed if it is carrier more than the rated current. If we supply the carrier more than the rated current, it will be destroyed. A series resistance is connected in a series resistance is connected in the Zener circuit to protect the Zener diode. Zener diode is a dash device. It is a non-linear device. If you look at the configuration, it is also a non-linear device. If you see the graph and properties, you can easily understand. Zener diode has breakdown voltage. The sharp breakdown voltage is there. Sharp breakdown voltage. Dash is the rectifier, the lowest forward resistance. In solid state, here we have to, this questions is the theoretical questions we have to take care. Then solid state rectifier has the lowest forward resistance. Main AC power is converted into DC power for this using an electronic components. So here we have to take a main AC power is converted into DC power using an electronic component. The disadvantage of half wave rectifier is that of the output is difficult to filter. So output, because output is very difficult to filter. Yes. If the AC input of a half wave rectifier is an RMS of 400 by √2, then peak inverse rating is the peak inverse. Just we have found peak inverse only V, then we can say this divided by √2, then it will get 400 volt. The ripple factor of half wave rectifier is just I will read it 1.21%. There is a need of transformer for half wave rectifier. Then this center tab transformer is used for contains the transformer. The peak inverse rating of each diode in a bridge rectifier is that of the equivalent to the center tab. Each diode of the bridge rectifier, only one half they right, because of one half is a peak inverse for both half wave and full wave rectifier, and it is a half compared to center tab transfer rectifier. Yes, next one, for the same secondary voltage the output voltage from a center tab rectifier dash that of the bridge rectifier. So one half, yes, one half will be there. If the PI rating of a diode is exceeded, then diode will be destroyed. And so here option B will be right options. So if you look at the 10 power uh, supply use dash of filter capacitor, and here if you use a filter capacitor, electrostatic electrolytic capacitor is used for the 1000 power supply would use gas filter capacitor. If you use the paper capacitor, and this is some theoretical questions we have to take care, because it is not a we have to take care. We have to just see the dash filter results in the best voltage regulations. The chalk input is the, if you look at the capacitor input, resistance input out of the, this is theoretical questions we have to take care. A half wave rectifier has the input voltage of 240 RMS. If the step or down transformer has a down ratio of 8:1, but with the peak load voltage, load drop diodes, this is also we have to take care. So this is just to take I will give the explanation after some time. The maximum efficiency of a half wave rectifier is just to be in the theoretical questions is 40.6. The most widely used rectifier is the third one, the bridge wave rectifier is there. It is most widely used in the electronic circuit. Friends, if you like my video, please subscribe my channels. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.